Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Adam Talks Politics. I'm your host, Adam Pearson. And in today's video, it's going to be a little short and we're going to be talking about media bias. As I'm scouring through the different media organizations here, trying to find some things to talk about, I've noticed a lot of these organizations are reporting on the same topic. However, if you look at their reporting of it, they're two or three vastly different stories for the same story. And how could that be? It makes me sit back and wonder, if this is what's actually happened, how come I have these different takes on it? How come Fox News says this and CNN says that, NBC says this? How come all these different organizations are taking the exact same set of facts and they have two or three completely different viewpoints on what's actually happened? So that leads me to the question. The question is, do you think the media is biased? And if anybody out there says, no, I don't think they're biased, or I think everybody else's is biased, but mine isn't, I would encourage you to do some deep soul searching, to really watch them and see, because I believe that all the media organizations out there are biased, whether you like it or not, whether I like it or not, whichever side they're biased for, the reality is they're biased. You've got sides that are going to side with the Democrats no matter what happens. You've got people who are going to side with the Republicans no matter what happens. People like HuffPost, you can pretty much believe anything, so you can pretty much take anything that they say and throw it out the window because it's going to be so spun up that it is completely going to be factually inaccurate. Same thing with Fox News or CNN or any of these other people. My opinion is, get your news from a more local organization or from a more independent person who's an independent journalist who's just trying to start their own channel. Now, I'm doing some reporting, but I'm mostly reporting on what other people have reported on, and we're talking about it. I'm not really a reporter. I'm not going out to these town halls. I'm not going out to the White House. I'm not going and doing all these things. At least not yet. Now, later on, if things like that do come my way and I can go and do some interviews with people, then I'm absolutely going to jump on it. But I'm going to encourage you, I'm going to encourage everybody else out there to take what your media organization says with a grain of salt. Do your own independent research. If you hear a story on CNN or Fox News, go back and do some more research and see what happens. There's going to be two sides to there's three sides to every story. Your side, my side, and the truth. Unfortunately, ratings is what controls the profits for these media organizations. So they're going to spin things up to get more ratings from their people, and that's going to bring in more advertisers and that kind of thing. My request from you guys is to try to see through all their crap. All right, they're going to try to trick you, and you know what? Maybe they're working in your best interest. Maybe you hate the president, and they're trying to trash talk the president and get other people to join in. But if they're going to do that, make sure it's factually accurate. If the president does something stupid, call him out and say, "Listen, Mr. President, you've done this. It's terribly stupid. You sound like an idiot right now." But if the president does something good, say that. Hey, you know what? A lot of times I think you're an idiot, but this time I think you did a good thing. Or if you're a Democrat and the Republicans do something great, say, listen, guys, I think y'all did something great. And CNN's reporting that you guys did something great. If you go back and look at CNN or Fox News, you're going to find it very difficult to find something praising the other side. You're going to find it very difficult to find a conservative-leaning media organization to be saying good things about a Democrat or a liberal. And the same thing on the other end. Look at HuffPost and find something that paints Republicans in a good light. You cannot tell me that nothing that the Republicans do is good. You can't tell me that everything the Democrats do is good, or vice versa. So my question to you is, how are you going to hold your particular news organization accountable? Write them, call them, post on their Facebook. Tell them, listen, typically I love what you guys write. I'm a big fan, but in this case, I think that just sounds like a bunch of crap. I don't think that's accurate. I understand that you need ratings to get profits and advertisers and stuff in, but if you're spinning it, that's not what I want to hear. I should never hear the word liberal or Democrat-leaning news organization or conservative or Republican-leaning. There's no leaning. It's the facts. If you are a news organization, your job is to report the facts, okay? And how you can take something and the other one can take something and have two completely different stories is just beyond me, because the facts are the same, regardless of which side of the fence you fall on. If you're telling me one thing and someone else is telling me the other, I want to know what the truth is. I don't care what your political stance is. I'm not paying you or subscribing to you to be, a fanboy for one side or the other. I want the facts. And unfortunately, most media organizations out there, they don't report the facts anymore. And it's hurting us all. It's hurting us as individuals. It's hurting us as our political parties. And it's hurting us as a nation. So if you do get the chance to call out your own organizations, please do that. It's a lot better for their own people to call them out than the other side to call them out. If liberals call out Fox News, Fox is going to say, well, it's just liberals attacking us. If Republicans attack the CNN, they're going to say the same thing. If Democrats start standing to CNN and going, this is a load of crap, what you're reporting is inaccurate, we want it changed, then they'll be changed. Same thing with Fox News. If you're a Republican and you see Fox News just, trying to be the fanboy of the president or the Senate or somebody, call them out. If they've done something great and they've said they've done something great, that's fine. But if they screwed up, don't try to blame the other side. And don't let your media organization spin things. The facts are the facts. No matter which way you spin it, it's still the facts. And I don't know what else to say, guys. The media is actually ruining this country. And I'm not anti-media. I'm not pro Fox News and anti-CNN. I get my media from both. I do a lot of research on both, and I try to come up with the truth on my own, and then I try to talk about that because I don't want to pull my information from Fox News and then report on that, and you guys say, well, you're an absolute idiot. That's not what happened. Fox News is just, they're very conservative leaning, and that's where you get your news. I try to get my news from everywhere so I can try to make my own opinions, and hopefully you guys do the same thing. That's the only thing I can say. Remember, we are not Democrats and Republicans. We are Americans. And again, this is not Adam Knows All or Adam is a political expert. This is Adam Talks Politics. I'm going to take these hot topic issues and I'm going to discuss them. I'm going to maybe say some things that are uncomfortable for some people, and I'm going to hold their feet to the fire regardless of which side they fall on. But do me a favor, if you liked what you saw or if you enjoy listening to my videos, please hit that little subscribe button. It doesn't cost you a thing, and it helps me out, lets me know that people actually care about what I'm talking about. Also, give me a like or a dislike. If you liked what I said, likes and dislikes are great. Comments are great. If you can put a comment right down there below, that would be awesome, because I don't know what I'm doing wrong if nobody tells me. And if you guys really like what you see, tell me that too. Getting a whole bunch of hate mail is terrible, and if you don't have anything to kind of, even that back out, then maybe it makes me think about just not doing these anymore because nobody likes them. Constructive criticism is great. If you want to talk about how big my ears are, everybody knows that. You don't have to comment. If you're going to say something, terrible, that's childish or whatever, I'm going to ignore you. However, if you want to have great open adult dialogue, regardless of which side of the fence you're on, I'll be happy to talk with you. Thank you all, and God bless.